Want to speak real Spanish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at SpanishPod101.com.
Hola, bienvenidos. Hello and welcome. Mi nombre es Romina. My name is Romina. Mucho gusto. Nice to meet you. Hoy voy a explicarte 3 estructuras gramaticales para dar sugerencias o recomendaciones con la palabra mejor. Today I'm going to teach you 3 grammatical structures to give other people advice or suggestions or recommendations with the word mejor. ¿Qué significa mejor? So what does mejor means in Spanish? Mejor can be translated as best or better, dependiendo del contexto. So depending on the context, it can be translated as one word or the other. Bien, así es como vamos a hacerlo. Primero voy a explicarte las frases. ¿Ok? Voy a pedirte que repitas después de mí varias veces, así practicas la pronunciación y al final del video vamos a hacer ejercicios para que tú practiques las nuevas estructuras. So this is the way we're going to do it. First, I'm going to explain you the structures, okay? I'm going to ask you to repeat a few times so you get the hang of the pronunciation. And at the end of the video, I'm going to ask you to complete a few exercises so you can practice at home. ¿Estás listo? Vamos. Are you ready? Let's go. Número 1. ¿Por qué no mejor más presente del indicativo? Please repeat. ¿Por qué no mejor más presente del indicativo? Por favor, repite. ¿Por qué no mejor? ¿Por qué no mejor? ¿Por qué no mejor? ¿Por qué no mejor? Okay, so after this, you have to use the verbs in the present tense of the indicative form. Okay, so the way you use this phrase in Spanish is in situations when someone is telling you their issue, they're talking to you about a problem they're having, and they're thinking about a solution, but you don't consider this solution good enough, and you're thinking of giving them another option, okay, that rules out that one instead, okay? So it's almost like if you are saying, like, why don't you do this instead, okay? Or it would be better if you did this other thing, okay? That's what you're saying with this phrase. ¿Por qué no mejor, okay? So you're ruling out a different idea, a previous idea, okay? Let's say, for example, your friend is having issues at work and this person feels overwhelmed, and it's he's or she is saying that they want to quit their job, and you think this is a bit dramatic, a bit drastic, and maybe just talking to the manager will fix the issue, right? So you're going to say in Spanish, ¿por qué no mejor hablas con tu jefe? Please repeat. ¿Por qué no mejor hablas con tu jefe? Muy bien. Número 2. Okay, so the second structure I'm going to show you now has 2 options. You can choose whichever you like. The first one is, será mejor que, and then the other option is, va a ser mejor que. Okay, please repeat. Será mejor que. Será mejor que. Será mejor que. Va a ser mejor que. Va a ser mejor que. Va a ser mejor que. Okay, so what's the difference? It's basically the verb ser. We are using this in the future tense, okay? We are basically saying in Spanish with these two options, they mean exactly the same thing. So what we are saying in Spanish is, it will be best. It will be best. So we are talking in the future tense, okay? In Spanish, as you know, we have two options for the future tense, right? So the first one is the simple future, será. So that's the conjugation of the verb ser, to be, in the future, in the simple future, será. Or we can use a structure with the verb ir, va a, ser, right? So you just need to use va a ser. And that's also the future, right? It's gonna mean it will be. You might be wondering which option should I use, which one it's more frequent than the other one, or are there certain countries that would, or nationalities that would prefer to use one or the other? And the thing is that not really, they're both equally the same. So another thing to keep in mind with this phrase is that you're going to be using the verbs in the present tense of the subjunctive, subjuntivo. Okay, so make sure you revise the subjuntivo. Going back to a previous example, okay, this time I'm going to say, será mejor que hables con tu jefe. Va a ser mejor que hables con tu jefe. Repite, por favor. Será mejor que hables con tu jefe. Va a ser mejor que hables con tu jefe. So again, here we can be using this phrase as an alternative to something else. Like you're just giving them a suggestion. Like, I think it will be best if you talk to your boss instead of quitting your job. So you're saying it will be best, right? But you don't necessarily need to wait for them to say a suggestion or a solution that they're thinking of. You don't have to wait until they do that to use this phrase. We actually use it all the time without necessarily canceling a previous idea. Número 3. The last structure I'm going to teach you is pretty straightforward. It's just the word mejor plus the verbs in the imperative form. So make sure you practice the verb conjugation in the imperative form. So it's very easy. It's just that. Mejor más imperativo. You're going to say, mejor habla con tu jefe. And if you want to make this idea negative, you just have to make it, you just need to conjugate the verbs in the negative form of the imperative. Mejor no hables con tu jefe. Vamos a practicar. Let's practice. Please repeat after me. Mejor habla con tu jefe. Mejor habla con tu jefe. Mejor no hables con tu jefe. Mejor no hables con tu jefe. Now, I would like for you to give suggestions or recommendations with the 3 structures that you just learned to these 4 issues. Try to say as many phrases as you can. Tengo problemas para dormir. Quiero perder peso. Me gustaría aprender mandarín. Me gustaría estar de novia. Okay, amigos, those are the three structures I wanted to teach you with the word MEJOR. I hope that you understand everything, that you understand how to use these structures. I definitely recommend you to go back a few times in the video, practice these phrases as much as you can, and definitely it's very important for you to practice the conjugations of the verbs in Spanish for the present tense in the indicative form, for the present tense in the subjunctive form, and of course the imperative. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much as usual for watching this video, and we will see you in the next time. Nos vemos en la próxima clase. Adiós.